Going on? We are live. We are live. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. We are live. Let's see here. Let's see. What do we got? Like, share, subscribe. Yes, indeed, Niels Hahn. Thanks for reminding me. Make sure everybody hits that like button, hits that share button, and hits that subscribe button so we can get this stream rolling. Let's see here. What do we got? Hello, all stackers and collectors. Zardos. What's going on, Zardos? Let's see here. We should be live. All right, we are. Perfect. What's going on, Zardos? 2024. No osmium for me. Maybe more platinum. All right, not a bad strategy. All right. We are live. Perfect. We're golden. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing all right? All right. Let's see here. Let's see. What do we got going on here? All right. Hey, Ren Time. How's it going, bud? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining. How's everybody's evening tonight? Those platinum kookaburras are still available from Liberty on eBay at a decent price. That'll probably be my next pickup if the price can hold on those. Unfortunately, they sold out of the koalas too soon, right? But at least I got 5 of them there. So that's always a good thing. Let's see here. Let's see. Found a 1993 China Platinum Panda 1/10 for $120, but it's damaged. Oh man, is it like a jewelry piece? Is that what it was? Does it have some of those markings that it was in like some kind of a bezel rim? Still a decent deal though. I mean, that's really what I believe my cat was on the reverse. Should I buy it? 120. I mean, for 120, that's not a bad deal. Is that eBay, man? Because you're always finding them eBay deals, and I can't seem to ever find what you always tell me about. Which is just crazy, to be honest. But on the reverse. I mean, it's probably still a solid pickup and a solid buy, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the mintage is 2,500. Yeah, I mean, that's solid, man. You're not going to find too many of those, you know? So, and for 120, I'd buy that all day long. But let me ask you this, Ren. Did you make that purchase on them Britannias you were talking about earlier? Or yesterday? All right. We got this live stream blowing and going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get like 5 million people in here. How about that? Instead of just 5. We got about 5 people right now, but that's all right. We're going to keep it rolling and we're going to keep it blowing and going. Yeah, the mintage is 2,500. It's not bad, but I heard people don't like pandas. Oh, you said panda. Oh, my mistake. That's my mistake, Ren. I thought it was a koala. Panda, I don't know. I don't know if I would buy that, if I'm being honest. And it's not just a thing against China or anything, but I don't know. I'd have to think a little bit about that before I made that decision. Because pandas are a little bit on the, some people like them, some people don't. They've kind of fallen out of favor lately. So that's definitely something to consider and something to think about. Oh, snap. Niels Hahn with the super chat. Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. Yes, indeed, sir. Thank you for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it. You know, y'all don't really have to do that, but I love when y'all do. So thank you so much, Niels Hahn. I mean, truly. Means a lot that you always hop in here and drop super chats on me. The seller is legit. They have sold 24 items. Or 24,000 items. Yeah, I mean, I'm not so concerned about it being fake as much as I would be I'm not so concerned about it being fake as much as I would just if it's really worth it. I mean, they sell for 400 new. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, rent time 120, that's not bad for any 1/10 ounce platinum, so I'd probably get it. But where are you finding that? So flip it to 200. You could very well do that, honestly, Ren. I bet you could buy it and then list it on eBay Even just for an auction, start it out at like 150 or something and see where it goes. Because you never know, man. You never know with those rare fractionals. Someone needs to talk about platinum. I don't do it that often. Well, thank you, Niels Han. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep the channel going, man. I'm not going to drop off the face of the earth like I did last time. I'm just going to keep it going. I don't know if the channel will always look the same throughout, but I'll do my best to try and, you know, keep it going no matter what. Because my plan is just to keep stacking and stacking and stacking and talking about it and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, somebody's got to talk about this metal. Just like you said. All right. Let's see here. Someone needs to talk about the metal. Yep. Somebody does. Somebody does indeed. All right. Let's see what's on the old eBay right now. Let's see what they got listed. I saw there was a maple for 140 coming from Canada at 1/10 ounce. Not bad. I'm always weary of the Border Patrol, though. I've heard a lot of horror stories about that. Also, Platinum Beast, you say the kooks I got in silver. If you would like, I will trade them with you for platinum. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really looking to trade platinum for silver right now, Ren Time, but I'll keep that in mind for sure. And I'll definitely let you know. I don't think you sent me an email, by the way. Let me check. I haven't checked maybe in like an hour or so. But yeah, adjust, adopt, and overcome. Yeah, Niels Han, that's my goal going forward with this channel. It's just to adjust and adapt. Ren Stocks. Okay, I got it. I got your email, Ren. All right. Let's see here. All right. I think those are the rules. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll get something scheduled out, Ren. I just I skimmed through your email a little bit. And we'll get something scheduled out. I'll have to plan out something and see what my schedule likes and see what works with your schedule and stuff like that. But I'll email you back and forth a little bit and we can get that rolling for sure. All right. But yeah, thanks for the email. Definitely appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's see. What do we have? Well, the Kookaburra is still 116. Ren, are you still thinking about getting those Britannias? Or did you already make that purchase from Money Metals? It's going to be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun to interview. It'll be fun to like talk with you about it because, I mean, it's not too many people your age getting into investing at such a young age. Most people don't even understand the concept of money, really. At such an age. So it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like that maple's still for sale. Man, I really wish I got one of them Barbados. But unfortunately, they're out of stock. I'm hoping to be able to snag one of the 2024 Britannias. Yep, I'm getting them this weekend. Very nice, Ren. Very nice. You're getting the Britannias this weekend. That'll be very good for your stack. For sure. By the way, Sal's doing a random live right now. Might affect the numbers a bit. Dang it, Uncle Sal. Uncle Sal always doing that stuff, man. I tell you what. Oh well. We'll keep it rolling anyways, regardless. There's plenty of fish in the sea for all of us, right? Man, Uncle Sal always pulling out the random streams. It's all good though. I'm just having a good old time talking to y'all. For sure. I really want to trade my gold to platinum. Well, that wouldn't be a bad trade at all, Ren. What kind of gold do you have? I don't know if I've seen that on your channel. 11 here now. Yeah, we got 12 people watching the stream. All good. I don't have much, but I could get 3 more 1/10 ounce platinum with my gold. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad trade, honestly, Ren. I mean, gold at 2-to-1 and platinum, that's a solid ratio to make trades and stuff, you know. I've been tempted myself, but I'm like you. I don't have enough gold comfortably enough gold to really do something like that. But if you want to, that's not a bad trade, right? That's not a bad trade at all. You have a 1/10 ounce eagle and a dos pesos. All right, all right. I mean, yeah, you could probably get 3 more 1/10 ounce platinum with your gold. You could probably make that sort of trade. I mean, I got this little dos pesos and the dos medio here. I also have the 20 pesos, but it's not here with me. But I mean, it's been tempting for sure to trade out gold for platinum. Just haven't been able to make that jump yet. But who knows? We'll see. We shall see what the future holds. Let's see here. All right, all right. You have a 1/10 ounce eagle and 1 dos pesos. Greetings. Hey, Shadow Work. How's it going, bud? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining. All right, all right. Shadow Work in the building. He is a moderator and a loyal member of the channel. We appreciate him stopping by. Thanks so much. All right, we got 16 people watching right now. Honestly, I think I'll get a different clientele than Uncle Sal because he doesn't do the vertical live streams, which is understandable. I mean, his fan base is used to his streams, but doing these vertical things, we really get a lot more viewers. You know, on my last live stream last night, we got almost 2,000 views. Now that's probably people popping in and out, but I think we gained like 20 subscribers, which was insane for a single day. So definitely doing the live streams vertical really helps a lot to reach more people. I don't know how much it helps the channel overall, but at the end of the day, it's just a fun hobby. All right, check out the clear air energy. I'll have to check that out. So pass on the panda. I mean, for 120 Ren time, if you got the extra cash, I'd actually probably buy it and try to flip it. Honestly, that should be an easy 150, and then get a 116 kook, and then maybe drop that $34 into a silver kook, right? You could probably get that. I mean, and at your age, that's what it's all about, making those small little flips and doing those little tricks and stuff. I'm interviewing Ian from Arc Silver. Okay, are you doing it on the Niels Han Dynasty channel, Niels? Because you have a couple channels, don't you? If I remember correctly, I can't remember. Check out the clear air energy. Clear air energy. I'll have to check that out. Let's see here. Let's see. Clear air energy. I'll have to read more into that a little bit. Oh, it looks like hydrogen. Interesting. That makes sense. And I don't really know why. Yes, number one. No one channel. Oh, okay. You just have one channel. I got you. I got you. Congrats, Platinum Beast. Keep on pumping out the content. Well, thank you, Shadow Work. I do appreciate that. I always appreciate the kind words y'all share with me. What was I going to say? I was going to say, so pass on that panda. I mean, it could be a decent flip you could make. Clear air energy. Your 1K and platinum short is awesome. Well, thank you, Runtime. I appreciate that. I thought that was pretty cool too, to really kind of look at $1,000 in platinum, right? Because it's very different than gold. And what'll be interesting is to see like a year from now or 2 years from now, how that video might change. They have a platinum mine ready to go in Canada as soon as the platinum price rises. Wow, that's pretty incredible and good news for platinum, that's for sure. One thing I've found sort of interesting, or not so much interesting, but a little bit confusing if I'm being honest, is why hydrogen is not pushed more, right? People claim to want to be environmentally friendly, the EPA and all that stuff, and they say electric, when that stuff's not very clean, okay? Electricity, a lot of it comes from very dirty fuel, right? Coal, fossil fuels, all kinds of stuff. Just nasty, nasty stuff to produce electricity. And then to produce the cars, it's even more nasty, nasty stuff. But hydrogen is one of the most abundant sources, if not the most abundant on Earth. Why don't we just use that, right? Like, it makes so much sense that it makes no sense that people aren't really jumping on that hydrogen bandwagon. And they say, oh, the cost to implement and take it out of the ocean and the air and all this stuff is like not cost effective. And it's like, well, are you a capitalist or are you an environmentalist? Because pick one, right? Like, it's so funny. That's pretty cool, Niels Hahn. You've got hydrogen plants. Yeah, I mean that's the cleanest energy I've ever even seen and heard of, and it just makes so much sense. It's basically water, right? Water and air make, or hydrogen and oxygen make water. So basically, we're taking the most abundant source. And back in the day, especially, I can remember when they were talking about, oh, we're going to run out of oil and fossil fuels and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you'll never run out of hydrogen. That's like 80% or more of the world is hydrogen. So I've never understood why people have been so hesitant to jump into that sort of fuel source. But I digress. I think it will take off. I think it'll just take time, and it'll also take enough time for people to realize electricity just ain't it. I'm not against electricity per se, but it just is not sustainable, and it also requires another fuel source that solar and wind are just never going to be able to provide enough for. Europe is further down the hydrogen road than America is. That makes sense. And I could also see China and Japan and stuff doing the same thing. I know Toyota's been one of the biggest hydrogen experimenters, if you will, as far as using it as a fuel source. But I don't know. Well, we'll just have to see. I think it'll take time and just take enough of a sort of realization of people to realize that electricity is not going to do it, and instead we need to really dive into hydrogen. But that's just my take. And if that happens, platinum's just going to go soaring through the roof. It's going to be absolutely insane. Oh, do you need the 2022 Kookaburra? Yeah, I do need the platinum 2022 Kookaburra Ren. I do need that in my stack. That is one coin that I'm missing, right? And that'd be pretty cool to have. Maybe we can do some kind of trade or something. You'll have to tell me what kind of Britannias that Money Metal sends you. Hydrogen lightning bolts. Yes, indeed. Shadow work. Yes, indeed. Hydrogen lightning bolts. We could trade. All right. Well, I got your email now, so maybe we can discuss it a little bit over that. We'll have to see. I'll have to get some of my stickers out of my safe that is off site because I only have one gold one and one platinum one, and I use those in my videos. I really am kind of bare bones where I'm living at as far as what I have for my channel. It's kind of unfortunate, but it kind of gives me a little peace of mind knowing that my stack is safe and secure somewhere else. I don't like kooks. Got it cheap. I would rather have a koala. Oh, yeah, one of the koalas? Okay. Yeah, maybe we can do a trade or something. Maybe we can figure something like that out. Who knows? I'm all for electric, just not for batteries. So far, water and gas are much easier to store potential energy than a battery. Batteries are dead weight as you use it. Fuel cells get lighter as you burn. Yeah, and yeah, they're heavy as snot, right? I mean, that's one of the things that a lot of people in the trucking industry have discussed is that they are so dependent and reliant on the weight of what they're shipping. They get weighed and stuff, they get charged, and they can only haul so much. Those batteries add so much weight, it's just not worth it, right? And then when you're looking at towing, or if you need a truck or something, I mean, they've done tests with the F-150 Lightning and stuff, and I love that truck, don't get me wrong, but when you start towing heavy loads, your mileage goes down to pennies on the dollar, basically. It's insane. China, in my opinion, is surprising the platinum price because they are buying 2.5 million of platinum this year to build hydrogen hybrid engines. Wow, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, China's doing some interesting stuff. They're smart. A lot of people aren't worried about China, but I think they're just too smart, honestly. And we've got people in charge right now that are not smart enough, if I'm being honest. But We'll just have to see how things play out for sure. All right, we got 32 people watching the stream. Everybody be sure to hit the like button. So I figured it out the other night. I was scrolling through the reels or the streams or YouTube shorts or whatever it's called, just to kind of see what it was. And there's 3 dots right up here in the top right corner. If you want to like the video, you got to hit those 3 dots, and then it'll pop up somewhere around here, I believe, and you just hit like or subscribe or whatever you want. But if you're watching it on a phone, that's what you got to do. If you're watching it on the computer, you just got to hit the normal like button like you normally would. But yeah, that's how it's done on the phone. Platinum is underrated. Yeah, it is, Ren Time. I think so too. I really do. And Niels Hahn said, holding down the price. Yeah. Yeah, it could very well be. Could very well be holding down the price. Let's see here. It will change back to normal very soon and will rise very fast. Buy Platinum now. Should I start streaming? It will rise very fast. Yeah, I think we're going to see a massive rise and takeoff as well. I mean, obviously, it's not a guarantee, but it definitely is something that could very well happen in a short amount of time. Should you start streaming? Well, Ren, I mean, that's something you got to kind of ask yourself a little bit. I don't know the rules on YouTube on live streams and stuff. I guess you probably could. I would probably keep yourself out of the video, probably, if you want to get away with it. I don't know. Again, that's something you'd have to really kind of look into. But live streaming is kind of fun because it gives me an opportunity to kind of just chill and talk with y'all and converse a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's really up to you, Ren. It seems to help out my channel quite a bit. I've been doing this live stream thing, and I don't know. It's kind of, will it always be that beneficial? I really couldn't tell you, but it seems to be benefiting me a little bit. She said we are going all in to grow my channel. Okay, very nice. Very nice. And Ren, once you reach monetization, that's when you really will be able to start adding to your stack. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't make very much off YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, maybe if you become one of the big boy channels, but you really got to kind of just remember that could possibly not happen. However, even small channels. Hey, Coyote Grad Collectibles, how's it going, bud? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for being a loyal member of the Gold Beast Squad, and thanks for joining. But yeah, Ren Time. So on average, I would say for a small channel on YouTube, you're really going to make like maybe $100 a month in ad revenue, which, I mean, that's still $100 a month, but it's not like a whole lot of money. So I treat this much more as a hobby than I do a revenue generator. But $100 a month is $100 a month, and after a year, you could buy an ounce of platinum with that $100. That's my plan for my channel, is to just save up until I can buy an ounce with just YouTube money, right? But yeah, I don't really like sponsorships either. And realistically, unless you're one of the big boys, people aren't really going to be sponsoring you. I mean, I'm going to be honest. They're not interested in videos that make 200, 300, 400 views per video. They're much more interested in the guys that are pushing out thousands of views per video, which my channel is not that. So I've never really had anyone approach me about sponsorship or anything. But who knows? All the channels spam them. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of annoying a little bit. They do pay money. That is very true, but I don't know. You really got to be one of the big boys. Yeah, $100 a month. Yeah, especially for someone at your age, man. I wish I was making $100 a month. They might be interested in a young person doing it. They could, Niels Hahn. They could be interested in something like that, but they could also be a little weary because, you know, in fact, I don't even know how child labor laws would play into that. I know that minors can make money on YouTube, but I would think that's a big major company paying somebody money to promote their product. I don't know if there's laws revolving around using minors to do advertisements. I feel like that would take a little bit more research, but it could be interesting. With the stocks, that's 200 a month. That's 2.4K a year. Man, and at 13, that's solid, man. I wasn't making 2.4K a year. That's for sure. Not at all. I was just, I don't even know what I was doing at 13, man. I'll tell you what, I can't even remember that far back. And I'm not even that old, but 13, geez. Probably just caring about all things that don't even matter at this point. I wish I was stacking and investing, though. That'd be pretty cool. All right, we got 37 people watching the live stream. Be sure to hit those 3 dots if you're watching it on Shorts or what have you, and hit the like button. That really helps out the channel a whole bunch. I appreciate all of y'all for stopping by and checking out the video and the live stream. Also, jump in the chat, y'all, because we got about 3 people talking back and forth in the chat, but we got 30 people watching. It's kind of crazy, if I'm being honest, but I guess that's what you can expect with these YouTube short live streams, I guess. It's kind of funny because it's YouTube Shorts, but it's a live stream and it's not very short. Guess it's kind of an oxymoron, if you will. Make YouTube kids videos on YouTube videos for sleeping, meditation, most full watches, no skips, and very simple. Huh. That's pretty interesting. I've heard you can do that. I've tried my hand at that a little bit, but I just don't have the patience, honestly, to really kind of sit there and try to figure out how to really game the system in a way. All right, Alex S. Hey, Alex S. How's it going, bud? You recently want to sell your house and all in on platinum. Well, I mean, I can't really say that might be the best option, my friend, unless you have another house or some other means of living, but you kind of need a house to live in, dude. I mean, I'm a platinum bull, but if you're thinking about selling your house and going all in on platinum, I mean, maybe you could build a house out of platinum. I guess that's an idea. It'd probably be the most sturdiest house in the world, and especially if you live somewhere like New Orleans, you'd probably be all right while everyone else's house is blowing down by the big bad wolf that is hurricanes. But you might want to reconsider that, my friend. I mean, I'm all about platinum, but that's even a bit extreme even for someone like me. Hey, Firebat174, how's it going, bud? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for commenting. For someone who has already started in silver, what is the advantage of platinum over silver and gold? Okay, so silver is solid, don't get me wrong. And gold is solid, it's just at an all-time high and not worth it right now. But what I think is the best advantage of platinum over silver is platinum has the potential to go straight up while silver stays flat. Even though they're both very industrial metals, and I stack both of them because I believe either or could move at any moment, I think either or could move opposite directions at any moment as well, right? So I want to be covered no matter what, right? Does that make sense? So I recently made a video, and it's posted right now for all of the Gold Beast members, but y'all will get a chance to watch it as well next week when it goes live to everyone. But platinum I see as sort of a hedge against gold and silver, right? So I think that having all 3 metals, you're protected and you're covered no matter which metal ends up being the top dog, if that makes sense. So as far as you being someone who has silver, what's the advantage of platinum over silver and gold? It's just a hedge against platinum and silver and gold, right? Just like you buy gold just in case it goes up and silver doesn't. And you buy silver just in case it goes up instead of gold doesn't. Platinum is the same thing. So you're just basically making a triangle of your investments, right? And any one of the 3 can hit, and you're better protected and better off rather than just one of the 2 hitting, right? And it's that third one that you didn't get. So that's my best argument as far as why platinum is a decent buy and a decent reason to get it. There's also many other reasons why you should have some platinum in your stack, but that's the main one that I tell people when they ask me that type of question. Hey, Lee Haley, how's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You said, hi, Canada Animal Series are beautiful. Our eagles are eagles. Oh, yeah, the Canada Animal Series in platinum is very, 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 very beautiful. I do like those coins, and I'd like to have some of that in my stack at some point. The closest thing I have right now is my Isle of Man cat coin. It's a cat, and it's not Canadian, but Hopefully at some point I'll be able to find a deal on one of those Canadian wildlife series, because those are really cool, especially in platinum, I think. Let's see. I've got time on my side. Yeah, you do, Ren, you do. Shadowwork said, I'm building mine out of bricks of bismuth. Well, there you go, Shadowwork. That'll be a pretty sturdy house as well. Platinum is historically twice gold's price, so it's the most upside potential. That is true as well, Firebat. Niels Hahn mentioned a great point. Platinum is half its all-time high, where gold is at its all-time high. So that's a great reason to have some platinum in your stack. I'm not saying you got to go all in on it, but it's definitely a good reason to have some in your stack. Coyote Grad Collectibles, what's the smallest weight that you'll buy? Well, right now, the smallest I have, well, actually, technically, I've got this 1 gram bar, which is the smallest I'll probably ever have. But that was really given to me in a trade by a good friend of mine. However, the smallest I like to buy is 1/10 ounce. Now, I realize I've broken that rule a couple times with 1/25 ounces, but for the most part, 1/10 ounce is really what I try to stick to as my smallest Coyote Grad. I think that's just the best deal as far as fractionals are concerned, and that's what I like to stick to. Niels Hahn said, it costs $1,300 an ounce to make an 1 ounce platinum coin you can buy for less than the cost to make a value buy. Well, that's very true, Niels Hahn, and another great reason. Well, I buy grams and 1/10 ounce coins. Niels Hahn, 1 gram. Where would you typically buy your platinum? Noble Salvation. Hey, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for joining. Where do I typically buy my platinum? Well, I typically buy from online dealers, honestly. I have been known to buy it from my LCS. I do have an LCS that does buy and sell in platinum, and they have had good deals at times. So it may be worth, I don't know where you're located at, but it may be worth going out and seeing if you have any LCSs, local coin stores near you that have platinum. If they don't, online is not a bad approach either. I like to get my fractional coins, especially the 1/10 ounce platinums, from Liberty Coin, mostly from their eBay store. They have some of the best prices on 1/10 ounces around, and they're a solid dealer overall. So that's where I like to pick up my platinum, but I don't just stick to them. I scour the online dealers to find good deals and rare finds and stuff like that, but that is where I typically buy from. All right, Niels Hahn Dynasty said Arc Silver, yes sir. Shadowwork said platinum is half its all-time high, much rarer, harder, more expensive to refine, doesn't corrode, has industrial uses, many potential industrial uses for the future, low market cap, also the most compact. All great, excellent points. Man, y'all are really bringing the excellent points to this live stream. I love it. All right. Platinum is my favorite metal now. Well, that's awesome, Red Time. I'm glad to hear that. Let's see. Buy platinum, silver, and crystallized osmium. Platinum group metals rock. Yes, they do. Yes, they do indeed. For sure. Bingo. Like Bitcoin, LMAO. Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin, crazy stuff. I buy Bitcoin to fund my stack. Not a bad approach, Rent Time. Noble Salvation said nice. Yes, Noble Salvation. I don't know if you were thinking about buying platinum, but definitely give Liberty Coin a shot, right? Because they have an online store on, I think it's just libertycoin.com, but their eBay store is phenomenal. They have free shipping, no minimum basically. So you can get a little bit or a lot, whatever you need, they got you covered. A lot of the online dealers, I don't really like how they charge credit card fees an inch or a percentage higher for credit cards, and B, they have minimum shipping fees. Typically, it's not too bad, somewhere around $1.99. But, when I just want to buy 1/10 ounce, this is not worth $1.99 right now. So I usually end up having to add some baloney that I don't really need to my cart to just satisfy that free shipping move. So that's one of the main reasons why I like Liberty Coin. Lee Haley said, I split my investment between bullion and numismatic. That's not a bad approach, Lee Haley. Especially when metals are down, those numismatics typically hold their value a little bit better. So that's actually another way of hedging, right? You can buy the collectible numismatic stuff for when times are down for precious metals. Those numismatic hold a little bit stronger. And then when times are up, your stack is going to be worth a lot more than the numismatics as far as movement and price and stuff like that. There's also some speculation on what's going to be collectible in the future. So that's another reason why numismatics aren't such a bad option personally. All right. Firebat said, Ren, I do the same thing. I use crypto as a way to gain short-term money to invest in long-term investments. Yeah, that's not a bad approach. I've heard a lot of people do that, right? I'm not a crypto collector whatsoever. I like to focus mainly on precious metals, and I invest in the stock market and ETFs and stuff like that. But as far as crypto, I just don't do it. I've heard people can make money from it. I've seen people make money from it, a little bit here, a little bit there. Some people have gotten extremely rich. Some people have lost tons of money. I just like to stay out of it altogether because it's just not really my cup of tea. I'll probably just always be that way unless something drastic changes. But it is pretty cool, and I have heard people have made money in the short term. So if y'all are able to do that, more power to you, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm 14, so I invest in risky stuff as of right now. Oh, okay, you're 14 now, Ren Time. You just recently had a birthday, didn't you? Because you were 13, I believe. Ren and Firebat 174, smart. Yes, indeed, smart, smart, smart. Y'all are some smart cookies, I'll tell you what. All right, everybody, let's hit that like button if you haven't already. We're sitting at about 7 likes. We always get shorter likes. But if you're on the cell phone, there should be 3 dots somewhere around this top right corner. You can just hit that like button real quick. You don't even have to leave the stream, and it really helps me out a whole bunch. One thing about these vertical up and down short streams is, you know, we don't get nearly as many likes, but we get tons of views and tons of subscribers ultimately, which is kind of interesting. I guess YouTube just hasn't quite mastered the art of adding the like button on the vertical streams. But, you know, it is what it is, and it's all good. All right, tangible assets only. Yeah, Noble Salvation, that's what I like too, right? I just like tangible assets, stuff that I know is going to perform and just do well, and stuff I can really kind of believe in and trust. Very safe haven asset type of investing for myself personally. But that's just me. Platinum Beast, what 1/10 ounce will be the best to flip? Well, like I said, man, that Panda, you might be able to flip that pretty easily and pretty quickly. You were mentioning. But as far as what you can get for reasonable prices, I personally think the kooks and the koalas, man. Get those things now so that in the future you'll be able to flip them. If you're looking for something to flip right now, I'd say try to find old platinum for decent deals like you've already been doing. But as far as what you can buy now and flip sometime later in the future, these Perth mints, you just cannot go wrong with them at all. All right. We got Stone in the chat. Welcome, Stone. I've been stacking silver for about 2 months now. You think I should start stacking platinum? Well, that depends, Stone. What's your silver stack look like? Do you have 100 ounces? Do you have 10 ounces? Do you have just a couple ounces? What does it look like? Let me know what you're sitting at silver-wise, and then I can give you a better sort of estimate on what I think if you should get into platinum yet or not. Also, tell me what your typical recreational spending is, right? Do you have 20 bucks a month to spend, or do you have 100 bucks a month to spend, or you know what's your budgeting look like? You don't have to go into all the details and all that. Just give me a rough idea. King Crab said, "Hi, I'm 17, looking at investing in gold, SIE. That in the future I could secure my future just in case something happens." Okay, gold SIE. Is that like a paper form of gold? I'm not quite sure what SIE stands for. But as far as gold, King Crab, right now I think it's at its all-time high, and I'm not quite sure it's worth investing at the current time. If you're looking at a precious metal investment, silver, platinum, both of those are excellent metals to invest in. At the current time, both at half of their all-time highs, with platinum being a little less than half, and the better play in my opinion. But I would stick to silver and platinum as far as purchasing stuff right now. King Crab, that's just my take and my opinion. And even if you're talking about paper contracts and stuff like that, definitely think about platinum and silver over gold currently right now. All right, calculated risk or still risk, just do your homework and measure twice before you cut. Exactly, Shadowwork, exactly. Kaidu Grad said, what's better, coins or bars? I like coins better, but bars are typically a better price, and I don't think you can really go wrong with either, Kaidu Grad. I will say, however, platinum bars your best bet is to stick to either 20 gram bars or 1 ounce bars. Don't go below 20 grams. They're an absolute ripoff. Almost always the premiums are way higher than, say, 1/10 ounce coins, and it's just not worth it. So 20 gram, 1 ounce bars, solid deal. Coins, you can go down to 1/10 ounce, and it's still a reasonable price, but that's just my opinion. Stone said just about $100. Okay, so $100 or 100 ounces. Okay, when you break that 100 ounce stone, I would suggest getting 1/10 ounce platinum. Okay, that's a solid sort of ratio. For every 100 ounces of silver, get 1/10 ounce of platinum. That's typically what I suggest to people who are thinking about getting into platinum. So once you reach that 100 ounce goal, consider getting a little bit of platinum and adding it to your stack, and then stack some more silver, get a little bit of platinum, stack some more silver, get a little bit of platinum, and just keep chugging along like that. If gold does come down a bit, maybe think about a little bit of gold, but right now it's at its all-time high. I ain't buying, and I don't suggest you do either. Us younger investors will take over the world. Yes, you will, Rentime. Yes, you will. Yes, indeed. All right, Firebat174 said, I will say that not all cryptos are meant to be an alternative currency, but basically stock for tech companies. But not actually owning assets is not a good idea because of potential crisis. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Firebat. That's some very wise words, and I completely agree with that. The initial idea with cryptocurrencies initially was, oh, we can use this as money. We soon realized how volatile the crypto world is and how it can go up and down, and there's just no way on planet Earth it could ever be used as actual money. So now people see it as a bit of a speculative play and a replacement for gold and silver, but I think even with the volatility it has, I don't even think it's that. I think it's something completely different, and it's a new investment category or tier overall. Shadowwork said, bars are great. Yeah, platinum bars, best premiums overall, especially the 1 ounces, sometimes the 20 grams. But yeah, if you're looking for absolute low cost platinum, 1 ounce bars are a solid play. So Stone said, I have about 100 ounces of silver and I could have about 500 to 700 a month. Okay, 500 to 700 a month. Well, like I mentioned, once you reach that 100 ounces of silver, maybe think about getting a small platinum piece to add, and then, add more silver, and then a little bit of platinum, and add more silver, and just keep chugging along like that. $500 to $700 a month. I would consider getting maybe splitting that up between, $200 or $300 of silver and maybe $100 of platinum, give or take, 100, 150, and just kind of go that route, right? I would split, here's in the most basic form, right? I'd probably split your purchases of silver and platinum for every dollar, one single dollar you spend on silver. Well, no, how do I want to do this math? So $100 of silver is about what, 4 ounces? And $100 in platinum is about 1/10 of an ounce. So perhaps for every round number, and you can come up with it on your own of silver you buy a little bit of platinum and just kind of keep that ratio going. For, like I said, for every 100 ounce, get a 1/10 ounce or what have you. That's not a bad play to go with. But realistically, I think either metal is solid. And if you don't have platinum, I do suggest getting some because it can outperform silver. There's a possibility of that. And so if that's the case, you definitely will be wishing you had some. Let's see here. We got a little backtracked on the chat. I sold 5 ounces of gold purchased in 2015 for 100 ounces of platinum. Very nice, Alex S. Excellent trade. Excellent trade, my friend. That is phenomenal, and congratulations to that. Hats off to you. Brian Frawley said, had my whole collection stolen from me, was sitting on about 42 ounces of silver between bullion and coins, have never recovered since. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Brian. I really am. I know that's unfortunate. I hope it wasn't someone close to you, like a relative or something, because that can make it really just a even 10 times worse situation. But, all I can say is, get back on that horse, man. Start stacking again if you put it off, or start thinking about it. Definitely consider who you tell people what you have and things like that, and make sure your assets are secured to the best of your ability. But I can't even imagine how unfortunate that must feel, or that must make you feel. So sorry to hear that, bud. Firebat said, use crypto while it is here and invest in real tangible assets like metals and property. Don't forget stock up on lead. Yes, indeed. Lead, real estate, metals, all great assets, hard assets to have that are yours and in your hand. Shadowwork said, if you plan on just throwing it in the vault and forget about it, I'd go bars all day. Lowest premiums, easy to stack, already sealed. Yes, that's a great point you make, Shadowwork. When you buy bars and they come in this assay, they're already sealed up, they're ready to go. That's the best approach, right? I like buying the coins because obviously I have a YouTube channel, and if all I showed was the same bar all day, people would just get bored with that kind of stuff. I also like to make stacking a little bit more fun and keep it out of the safe and stuff like that. Certain pieces, obviously. And so I like to get the coins because it makes it a little bit more fun on the investment side. But Shadowwork, you are correct. Buying those 1 ounce bars and just throwing them in the safe is really the best way to go about investing in platinum. Lee Hale said, Morgan silver dollars, common, semi-key are strong. In the past 3 years, CC dollars, Morgans have made a nice increase in value. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I love Morgans, right? I don't invest in them too much. Most of what I have are like cold dollars like this, all slicked up and whatnot. But I do like the design and stuff like that. They're pretty fun to kind of collect and stack a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm mostly a stacker, so most of mine are in cull form. But yeah, on the numismatic side of things, you really can't go wrong with Morgans and peace dollars. So yeah, solid play. I like playing with my money, so I stick with coins. Shadowwork, yeah, me too, my friend. As you can see here, I love just having this stuff all sprawled out and looking at it and different designs and stuff like that. It makes investing a little bit more fun. It adds a fun aspect to it for not too much extra cost, is my opinion on the matter. Niels Hahn said, buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That is your catchphrase, man. You need to make a t-shirt with that. Bet you'd sell millions. All right, Red Time. If the Panda was 130, would I buy it? What is the max I should pay to make a good flip? I thought you already had mentioned that it was 120. At 130, that's still not bad, but 120 would make it an excellent flip. I bet you could flip that for 150 all day long right away. Brian Foley said roommate. Oh, man, that is tough. Tough stuff. Sorry to hear that, bud. That really is unfortunate, especially when it's someone so close to you, I don't know if your living situation changed after that, but that can cause a real headache if you have to find a new place to live and stuff. So sorry to hear that, bud. That's never a fun thing to have to go through. All right, everybody. Safety deposit box or safe? Well, Lee Haley, I wouldn't really trust a bank with a safety deposit box because if the bank goes under, that's going to make things real difficult and annoying. And if you ever need your stack or what have you, that's going to make things a bit difficult too. My suggestion is safe in your house. Tell almost no one about it or no one at all. And put it in a location, that's not very easily known about. And then also have a dummy safe. There's multiple things you can kind of do. Like my safe isn't even where I live. It's somewhere far off. And I tell almost no one about this stuff. I don't even show my face on my YouTube channel. And so I'm very secretive for the most part about this type of thing. So just make sure you do as much as you can to keep your stuff anonymous, if that makes sense. All right. No bank, be the bank. Yeah, exactly, Rentime. Be your own bank. Never trust the banks. They can always go under. Yes, there's a lot of FDIC involved these days, so most of your money's covered, but realistically, it's going to cause you a headache that you don't need to go into. So be your own bank. Buy precious metals, sit on it, hold it, all that stuff. Don't tell your roommate. Well, I don't even have a roommate, Brian Foley. I live alone, so I guess I'm somewhat fortunate in that. It gets a little lonely at times, but it is what it is. Moonlight gardening key. I don't know what that means, shadow work, but more power to you. Moonlight gardening. I assume you mean like maybe burying it out back in the middle of the night or something. Perhaps. Wink, wink. Who knows? At the end of the day, my plan is to go out on a boat into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and accidentally sink my boat and then lose my precious metals that way. That's probably the best way to go about it because that will keep them the most safe when they're at the bottom of the ocean. Am I right or am I right? I mean, y'all let me know. What is the max I could sell the panda? Buy it now. I'd say if you listed it for 150, it'd go pretty quick. Rent time, honestly. Boat crash. Yep, my boat is probably going to crash. I know it sprung a leak. It's got a little bit of Alabama chrome sitting on it, but I don't know how long that'll hold up. So more likely than not, when I take all this with me on my journey to Europe from the East Coast, more likely than not, the boat will end up sinking and all of my metals will end up at the bottom of the ocean where they are the most safe. Yeah, I think you could list that panda for 150 all day long rent time. For sure. All right, we got about 30 people watching right now. Be sure to hit the like button. If you're watching on the cell phone, it's the 3 dots right up here in the top right corner. And if you're watching on computer or what have you, it's just the normal like button under the video. Billy said, what are the best silver coins and bars to stack? Okay, well, welcome to the live stream, Billy. I appreciate you stopping by and leaving a comment in the comment section or the chat. But Billy, to answer your question, what are the best silver coins and bars to stack? Well, it's really all relative, if I'm being honest. I recently saw a video from Silver Seeker who talked about how silver rounds are the best bang for your buck, right? Because what he found was the premiums in buying and the premiums in selling were better than eagles or really any coin, right? So as far as silver coins and bars, it really is that is a very much a opinionated answer to that question, right? Depending on who you ask, you're going to get a different answer from everyone. Really, at the end of the time, you can't go wrong with any silver in your stack. As far as bars, that's a great generic buy, especially if you can get it for a low premium. As far as coins, I'd stick mainly to 1 ounce coins like these maples or what have you. I wouldn't go fractional at all ever in silver. I just don't think it's worth it or a good deal or anything like that. I think your best bet is to stick with 1 ouncers. I wouldn't even go larger than 1 ounce because typically those hold a little bit higher premium because they're low mintage and more numismatic. So if you want best value coins, really any sovereign nation bullion coin for a good deal is probably going to be pretty solid. And bars are just bars at the end of the day. There's not really a whole lot of variance there. I know some of the mints put out bars. The Royal Mint puts out some cool stuff, but for the most part, bars are going to be just bars at the end of the day. Rent time, well, eBay feels kill and shipping, so profit $15. Okay, I mean, $15 ain't so bad. I'd probably list it somewhere on like Reddit PMs for sale if you haven't looked into that, Ren. That's a solid place to sell precious metals, and there's no fees, really. Because most people are willing to do Zelle or Cash App or PayPal or whatever. Shadowwork said, Noble Salvation, I just got my first Palladium Eagle last month. It's far less dense than platinum, probably closer to gold than silver or platinum. Yeah, Palladium is less dense. That's one surprising thing. Platinum's like one of the most dense metals in the world, and it's just amazing to hold in your hand, especially 1 ounces. I don't have any 1 ounce platinum here, but when you hold an ounce of platinum in your hand, it's really, really cool because it's just such a dense metal. But yeah, Palladium is a little bit less dense. You know that because when you look up the size differences, I believe Palladium Eagles are about 33 millimeters, where Platinum Eagles are about 32, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So it's kind of interesting to see the differences. Even though they're both platinum group metals, they have different densities and things like that. Lee Haley, 1/10, 1/4, 1/2, 1 ounce. What is your favorite silver and gold? Well, I don't buy silver in fractional form, really. But gold and fractionals, I would say whatever's the cheapest, really. For me, gold is just a stacking thing. I don't get too much into collectibles and stuff. So whatever is the cheapest, that typically ends up being something like a Austrian Philharmonic or some type of Perth Mint commemorative coin or something like that, like World War II or something. Whatever's the cheapest, really. I mean, at the end of the day, gold is gold to me, and I just stack that metal mostly just to stack it. So I don't know that I really have a favorite gold. Favorite silver, again, you know, Silver Eagle, I'm an American. That's probably my favorite. I don't have too many of them right now, but a 1 ounce Silver Eagle is probably my favorite. 1 ounce least premium for all metals. Yeah, that is very true, Shadowwork. That is very true. Well, actually, Shadowwork, if you're being really honest, you know, the ridiculous size bars in gold and silver, you might save a little premium, like a kilo of gold or a kilo of, no, not silver, platinum. Those might be a little bit lower premium, but they're very hard to move and sell. So that's mostly why that is. No one wants that size of a precious metal. But for the most part, you are correct, Shadowwork. 1 ounce is really the best premiums all around on all metals. Rentime said, yep. King Crab, do people invest in brass or copper? Not really, King Crab. I don't really think it's a very good investment unless you can just get raw copper melted down for the price of copper, because copper spot price, albeit higher than it used to be, and it goes up, it's not high enough to really buy bullion form of copper. It's really kind of a ripoff. The premiums are like 1,000% because it's just so cheap of a metal that the cost to make it into a coin is more than like the cost of the metal. Like it's crazy. So most people don't invest in it really. Could it become an investment metal? I could see it. I really could. A lot of people just used silver as money back in the day because it was worth the money it was printed on. Now it's worth more than the money it used to be printed on. And copper fell into that camp about 1982. So we could see that grow over time, but it's going to take quite a while for copper to really kind of take off in that manner of speaking. Yeah, I agree, Shadowwork. Just like I said, it's just not really, it's not really worth it that much. Yeah, we are growing quite a bit. We got 48 people watching the stream. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching this stream. Be sure to hit those 3 dots if you're watching on the phone up in the top right corner. Hit that like button. Really helps out the channel a whole bunch. I appreciate all of y'all for stopping by. If you're on computer or what have you, just go ahead and hit that like button like normal. All right, Don Haggerty said, I know you were talking about platinum, but what about somebody that is more interested in getting at least kilo bars of silver? Well, kilo bars of silver, I don't have any kilos of silver, but I've just found that, you know, in the silver world, you can get premiums so low, so incredibly low, that kilos just don't typically make a whole lot of sense. Now they might, if at the very moment you're looking to buy, for some odd reason 1 ounce premiums are high and the kilo's low, then I could see it. But realistically speaking, if you wait and are patient enough, I've seen premiums match kilos. And when it comes to divisibility, I think the smaller pieces always win out, right? I can sell this 1 ounce Canadian maple leaf for like 25 bucks. I bet my LCS would give me somewhere around there. And, you know, I don't have to sell an entire kilo of silver. And it also makes it easier to test and verify. A lot of LCSs don't want to buy the big bars because they have to drill into them to make absolute sure, and they're just not quite sure about it. It's consistency and it's legitimacy. So as far as kilos are concerned, I kind of stay away from that realm, but that's just me. But great question nonetheless, Don Haggerty. I do appreciate it very, very much. All right, Logic All said, I want first 10 ounce stackers next. I just like to look at it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with buying 10 ounce and bigger pieces like the kilo, like I just mentioned with Don Haggerty. There's nothing wrong with buying the 10 ounce bars and the bigger bars and stuff like that, especially if it's something you enjoy. Go ahead and do it. It's a much better purchase than most of the stuff you could waste your money on. So the big boy bars, they're not bad. I just like to stick to the 1 ouncers, but hey, everybody's boat is a little bit different, and what floats your boat might not float my boat. So how about that? All right, all right, all right. Nice job, Brent Time. Keep at it. Yep, yep. Yes, indeed. Oh, you said, okay, yeah, you just mentioned what you had in your platinum stack. Very nice, Ren. Very nice. Key I said, anytime I go to sell my coins, the coin shop doesn't want to offer a premium. They've been giving me spot price. Yeah, that's mostly what you're going to get. Depending on what you're trading in, you know, these LCSs, they're in it for the money. They're in it, that's their business. That's what they have to do, right? They have to turn a profit. So if they pay more than spot, they're going to have to sell for more than spot. And if they pay more than spot, they're going to have to raise their premiums and stuff so that they can make some money. So it makes sense that LCSs pay spot, which is very fair. When they start getting into the below spot realm, it starts to be like, how much are you taking advantage of me here, right? Obviously, the markets can be different any given day, so it is what it is. But if you have the time and the patience and are willing, selling online is the best bet. That's the best way I've gone about it. I've sold on Reddit many, many different times. I've made premiums on almost all my sales. So, you know, that is what it is when thinking about it. Don Haggerty, I am more interested in getting the bars of silver because I might be interested in making jewelry. Okay, that'd be a pretty cool business to be in, Don Haggerty. And there's a lot of profit to be made there, especially if you buy your bullion raw and you melt it down and you create jewelry and stuff. You can make some serious money because people pay way above spot, especially for like silver jewelry. I mean, you just pay crazy premiums over the actual metal value. So jewelry could be a good business to be in. All right, all right. Key I said, same for my Scottsdale Silver Stacker 10-ounce bars. Okay, very nice, very nice. Just found you via shorts and just subbed. Well, thank you, KEI. I do appreciate that very, very much. I'm trying these short live streams to kind of branch out a little bit and kind of reach a new audience that maybe I haven't reached in the past. Obviously, it's a very different sort of thing for me, but thank you so much for stopping by, chatting in the chat, and subbing to the channel. That really helps me out a whole lot, and I greatly appreciate that, my friend. So thank you. Lee Haley said, premium on gold eagles, $100 plus premium on gold Krugerrands, $15. Maple's the same. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, gold's gold. So I'm going with the Krugerrands and the Maples over the eagles all day long, right? If the premiums are that different, especially, that's where my money's going to be at. But that's just me. Some people are willing to spend that little bit extra money to get the eagles and stuff, but that's just not really my cup of tea. Shadowwork said, okay, yeah, that's pretty standard. From what I understand, I've only gotten over spot for eagles. Yeah, it's standard for me too. I mean, that's just how it is when going into an LCS. They're going to give you the cash right then and there. You don't have to wait. You don't have to sell online. You don't have to wait for the perfect buyer. It's much more of a just on the spot, I need money now. So that's what I'm going to do. Don Haggerty, very cool. Yep, that is very cool. Oh, you're very welcome, Don Haggerty. Thanks for stopping by and chatting, you know. Appreciate y'all. Everybody who stopped by and chatting. Wow, thanks for sharing at Hard Work and Platinum Beast. No problem, KEI, no problem. No problem at all. I love helping y'all out and sharing my thoughts and opinions and advice with y'all. So thanks for stopping by, because that really helps me out too. So it's a win-win on both sides. Shadowwork said, Eagles premiums stay crazy. Yep, they do. And subscribe to Platinum Beast. Yes, subscribe. Everyone hit that subscribe button. Really helps me out a whole bunch. I love when I get done with these streams and I see all the different people and the different ways y'all have interacted with my channel. It greatly, greatly appreciate it. Loper Painter said, what's up, Beast? Happy Saturday. Well, happy Saturday to you too, my friend. Hope you're doing all right wherever you are at. It's actually a pretty lovely day down here in the south in Georgia. We've had some decent weather on Saturday, so all's well that ends well. Stone said, is a 1 ounce maple leaf for $9.96 a good deal? Yeah, that's a pretty solid deal, honestly, Stone. That premium's not too bad, I don't think. And, you know, sub 1,000 platinum is a steal any day of the week. So if you can get an ounce of platinum below $1,000, I think that's just a buy all day. Especially if you were already considering it, I'd go ahead and make that jump. All right. Woo. Sorry about that. Just had to have a little drink to wet my whistle a little bit. But yeah, that 1 ounce platinum maple is decent. Decent premium for sure. Beautiful coins. Well, thank you, KI. I appreciate it. This definitely isn't all my stack, but I like to kind of put a little bit of variety out there for some eye candy for y'all. So I appreciate you commenting and letting me know that my coins are beautiful. We got about 42 people watching the stream right now. Wow, that is incredible. That's probably a record for us. So if you don't mind, go ahead and hit those three dots once again in the top right corner. Hit that like button. That's all I ask. It really helps out the channel a whole bunch. And it helps us grow so that more people can view our channel and more people can learn about the wonderful metal of platinum. Let's see here. J. Christopher Dubious. Platinum American Eagles have high premiums, especially fractional platinum Eagles. Yeah, for sure. Like this 1/10 ounce platinum Eagle. I'm going to tell y'all something. The only reason I got this little coin was because the premium was just way lower than what it normally is, right? I bought this coin for about $140, and typically these coins go for $160, $170, $180, which is just way too high of a premium for me to consider something like that. I also have a half-ounce Platinum Eagle, but it's not with me, so I can't show it to you right now. But for the most part, especially for those who are new to the live stream and stuff, my limit for Platinum is I pretend spot is $1,500 an ounce. So that means for the 1/10 ouncers, I'm not spending more than $150. For the half ouncers, I'm not spending more than $750, and so on and so forth. As far as 1 ounce coins, right now, I'm not spending more than $1,000. But for the fractionals, that's kind of where I set my base at. So that's why I don't really pick up the Eagles too much. The Mint makes no more of them, says just J. Christopher Dubois. Yes, you are indeed correct. That makes them more desirable and the premiums much higher on the fractional Eagles. Now, the 1 ounce Eagles are pretty standard. They're pretty standard premiums, although a lot of people have mentioned how the U.S. Mint might discontinue the Platinum Eagle this year. So that could make things pretty dicey and pretty interesting for premiums on previous year 1 ounce Eagles, even more recent years. All right. Mr. Loper Painter said, I decided on my next 1 ounce platinum coin, going to go with the Britannia. So far, I've got Perth Dragon, Kangaroo, Platypus, American Platinum Eagle, and Maple. Very nice collection, Loper Painter. Very nice. That is a great variety. I bet that is phenomenal. I bet that just is truly an amazing stack. I bet it looks great when you take it out, and you can really appreciate, the diversity with that kind of a stack. So congratulations, and I'm sure you're going to love the Britannia for sure. Noble Salvation said, this has probably been the most informative stream I've watched from one of these precious metal channels. Great job. I'm going to head out. Have a good day. Well, thank you, Noble Salvation. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you stopping by and checking out the live stream. It means a whole lot to me that you thought to leave that comment. I mean, it truly does. It lifts my spirits a whole bunch, and it really encourages me to keep on trucking on this platinum channel. So thank you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, though, so you can stay up to date when I do more live streams, because there will be more. I guarantee it. And y'all aren't going to want to miss those. But thank you so much, Noble Salvation, and you have a great day as well, sir. All right, Martin Van Pamelen. Yes. Platinum Britannias are awesome. They are. I only have the little fractional ones right now, the 1/10 ouncers, as you can see here. I've got this one, and then I've got, I've started a actual Royal Mint tube of Platinum Britannias, as you can see there. We plan to fill up this tube at some point. I don't know how long it'll take, but that'll be pretty epic to have, in my opinion. Wow, people are hitting those hearts left and right. Thank you so much. Man, I'm just seeing them pop up all over the place. That is super, super epic. I think, if I'm seeing what I'm seeing correctly. But nonetheless, thanks everybody for stopping by. Coins A to Z in the house. Coins A to Z. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks so much for joining us today. Platinum Proof Britannias. Yeah, they do, Coins A to Z. They really, really do. I'd love to have one of those in my stack at some point. That would be epic. For sure. Finally caught a Platinum Beast live stream. Yep, you did. You did, Coins A to Z. J. Christopher Dubos. As far as fractional Platinum Eagles, I believe it was 2012. I'll have to go back and look. It could be 2008 though. I can't remember the exact year they stopped doing them. It could be 2012 for the proofs and 2008 for the bullion too. I don't know if the years are varying between those two, but it very well could be. Alex S., thank you so much for sending that wave. I appreciate it. I like fractional silver. They look cool. Yeah, fractional silver is kind of cool. It's just not my cup of tea with the premiums. I'd just rather spend my money on something else. But hey, Once again, what floats other people's boats might not float your own. So different floats for different boats, I guess, if that's the way the saying goes. Martin Van Pamelen, that feels even better. Well, I'm glad it feels better. Love the security feature on the Britannias as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I love how they decided to add it to the fractional one. I can't really get a close-up view of this coin on the live stream for some reason. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But they do have the security feature on the little tiny 1/10 ounce. So that's pretty cool as well. Buy assets, not liabilities. I agree wholeheartedly, Niels Hahn. Assets all day, not liabilities. If you have liabilities, get rid of them. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody needs a car, and a car is a liability, right? But try to limit it as much as possible, right? That's what the main goal of stacking is. We want this stuff, assets, over junk that's just going to get trashed at some point, which is liabilities, right? That's the best way. That's the best thing to keep in mind, and that's what keeps us stackers going. It is very dense. Yeah, it is, Martin Vampamelon. It is very, very dense. 2008 is correct. I thought that was the correct date, Jay Christopher. I did think that was correct. Oh, Thomas Helm in the house, just watching, hitting the hearts. Yeah, right? Like people are just hitting them hearts left and right. Oh my goodness, Shadow Work with the 199 super chat. Thank you so much, Shadow Work. I greatly appreciate that, my friend. Both you and Niels Hahn are always so generous with those super chats and super stickers and stuff like that. So thank you so much. It really helps out the channel more than you know. Can't thank y'all enough for that. It really, really means a whole lot to me. Thomas Helm in the house. Welcome, Thomas Helm. Thanks for joining the live stream today. Something magic about platinum. I agree, man. I agree, Martin Van Pullen. Something about platinum. It just, I love it. I love this metal so much, and I just can't get enough of it. Every time I think about getting gold or silver, I'm like, I'd rather get platinum. I don't know what it is. So much so that I haven't even bought any silver or gold, and I can't even tell you how long. It's been a little while, because I just can't get away from platinum. It just draws me in like a magnet, even though it's not magnetic. J. Christopher Dubious, EVs are going lower. Yep, they are for sure. EVs progress, less platinum needed in auto industry. Yeah, but J. Christopher, the thing about electric vehicles is we'll never be able to fully power those off of renewable energies like solar and wind. It's just not feasible. So we're always going to need to burn fossil fuels, and we'll always need platinum to be used as a catalyst to filter out those fuels, as well as long-haul trucking, space exploration, and air travel. None of those are electric powered right now, and none of them are feasible to make electric powered, and they probably won't be for a very long time. So that is something to consider as well. All right. So we've got, let's see here. We got Neil for now. Yeah, Jay Christopher Drews. Yeah, for now. Niels Hahn Dynasty, good day. Hello all. Hey, Dutch Libertarian. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by and checking out the video today, the live stream. I really, really do. Niels Hahn with another $5 super chat. Incredible. Phenomenal. Thank you so much, Niels Hahn. I mean, truly. Y'all don't have to do that. I mean, for real. I know y'all want me to keep making videos, and you're hoping that maybe these super chats will keep me going. But truly, at the end of the day, y'all just give. Y'all are so generous. I mean, it just blows my mind every time we do one of these live streams, how much generosity y'all put out there for me. So thank you, Niels Hahn, once again. Shadowwork said platinum group metals will be needed in catalytic converters for many more years and essential for hydrogen fuel cells. Yes, they will. I agree. That's my thinking and logic too. I'm a gas guy. I love my pickup. Do have a hybrid RAV4 too. I like a bunch of motorcycles. Very nice, Christopher Dubas. I drive a jacked up pickup truck myself, and you know, I'm a gas guy too. It's not so much that I'm against electric cars and stuff. I'm not against it. I'm for all technology. I don't have faith that it's really going to take over the way people think it is. But that's just my opinion and my thoughts. Man, the chat is really blowing and going right now. Platinum is definitely rarer than gold. It's good to diversify though. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I work for Tesla and I still like my gas cars. LOL. Nice, Thomas Helm. Very, very nice. My name is Nobody. Yo, what's up? My name is Nobody. Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you stopping by so very much. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're on the cell phone, it's 3 dots up here in the right-hand corner. Just hit those 3 dots. Hit the like button real quick. You don't even have to leave the stream or anything. Coyote Grad Collectibles just gifted 5 Platinum Beast memberships. Congratulations to all those who received the Platinum Beast memberships. Be sure to say thank you to Coyote Grad Collectibles. He's an awesome, awesome supporter of my channel. He's been phenomenal since I started really kind of blowing and going. And he's just a great, great guy. So definitely go check out his channel too if you haven't already. Coyote Grad Collectibles. He posts a lot of cool stuff of all different kinds of collectibles. And be sure to thank him if you received one of those gifted memberships to the Platinum Beast squad. Also, drop the custom emojis if you want, because that gets unlocked when you get to be a Platinum Beast member. So all of y'all who got one of those memberships, be sure to do that as well. Dutch Libertarian, it's nice to talk about platinum metals. Yes, it is, Dutch Libertarian. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Indeed, indeed. Niels Hahn said, I built the Tesla plant in Fremont, Cali. LOL. Wow, that's a pretty incredible thing to say that you did, Niels Hahn. I never knew that about you, but that's pretty cool. I wonder what that was like. And then, wait, do they still use the Tesla plant in Cali? Because they moved to Texas, right? I assume they probably do. All right. Let's see. Loper Painter said, how do you feel about gold's all-time high, Beast? It's crazy. How do I feel about that? I ain't buying any gold. I think it's awesome, and I'm glad I do have some gold that I got when it wasn't at its all-time high, but I ain't buying none of that stuff, right? I love gold. I think it's a good asset to have in your stack and portfolio, but I ain't buying it, and I don't suggest really anybody buys it right now. If this all-time high holds for long enough, maybe, but I'm not so sold on it as of yet. All right. Too cool, Coyote Grad Collectibles. Yep. He gifted 5 Platinum Beast memberships. Super, super cool. He's a very generous guy. Niels Hahn Dynasty, cool. I know you're the Platinum Beast, but what are your thoughts on gold and silver? My name is Nobody. What are my thoughts on gold and silver? I think they're great assets to have. I don't suggest buying any gold right now because it's at its all-time high. And I never buy anything at its all-time high. I wouldn't even buy platinum if it was at its all-time high either. Right? If platinum goes to $2,000 an ounce, I'm going to pull back and be like, whoa, what are we looking at? What's silver like? What's gold like? I'm going to hold off on platinum if it's at its all-time high, but it's not anywhere near that. So with that being said, I say hold off on gold. I think silver is a great play too. If you don't have silver, get some. I also like to suggest to people, I don't take this approach, but I like to suggest people, for all your silver, buy a little bit of platinum, right? Get both metals, stack both metals. Don't just buy one or the other. I never suggest that to anyone, and I always suggest the diversification metric. Whew. Coins A to Z asked, ever thought of diversifying your stack into other rare platinum group metals such as osmium? Well, Niels Hahn is slowly making me get on that osmium train. Haven't quite yet, but I have considered it and thought about it. I just haven't made that jump yet, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see what the future holds. You never know what might end up happening. Silver seems to have the most desire overall for most metals. Yeah, I mean, it does. It's really because it's such an affordable price point, right? No matter where you are in life, you can afford a little bit of silver. Most people can drop 20 to 30 bucks on a 1 ounce piece and it doesn't break their bank, right? To get platinum in a 1/10 ounce, you're dropping 115, 120 bucks. That's a little bit steeper. And then gold is just out of this world expensive for people that don't necessarily have a lot of money. Now you can always say, oh, just save up and get what you want. But at the end of the day, silver is the cheapest of the precious metals. So that makes sense why it would be a little bit more desirable as far as overall. Man, we are just blowing and going on this chat and I'm spending a lot of time on these messages. So forgive me if I don't get to your messages. Just post it again if you really want an answer from me. But I'll try to check them as much as I can. This live stream is doing very, very well, and I appreciate everyone who stopped by and is watching. We got 31 people watching. We got 25 likes. Be sure to hit that 3 buttons up there on the cell phone. Hit the like button. It costs you nothing. You can do it real quick without leaving the stream, and if you're on computer or what have you, it's just a normal like button. All right, all right, all right. Palladium is hard to get here. Yeah, Dutch libertarian. Where are you at? Are you over in Germany? Or no, that's Deutsch, right? Dutch is I don't know. I'm confused. But where are you at that you can't get palladium? I mean, palladium is kind of a hard metal to get. You know, not a lot of dealers and places stock it, so I guess most people, for the most part, probably have to get it online. Crystallized keyword. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, Niels Hahn and Shadowwork go back and forth on the or no, not Shadowwork. Who was it that was who was it that was not liking the? Oh yeah, Loper Painter. Yep, y'all go back and forth on that osmium stuff. I tell you what, I need to take a closer look into those other platinum group metals and really kind of dive deep and see if it's worth investing in. All right, Martin Van Mellon said, I did pressure vessel welding for 30 years and aerospace welding. Very cool. Very cool, Martin Van Pamelen. And that's another thing, space exploration. Elon Musk himself said you'll never be able to power rocket ships and stuff in space using electricity. He says that you have to use some type of combustible fuel because you have to have it sending you forward. On Earth, we have gravity and, you know, the friction riding against the Earth that we can use to propel ourselves forward. But in space, you don't have that. So he says even you'll never be able to make rocket ships run on electricity. It will always have to be some type of combustible fuel. And as space exploration increases, you know, maybe we are all electric cars on Earth, but all the spaceships in the sky are gas, right? So maybe it's just trading out one for the other. I don't know. It's anybody's guess, really. Coins A to Z said, I haven't checked the U.S. Mint website lately, but does the 2024 Palladium coin have a release date yet? I believe it does. I think it's September sometime. I checked the catalog a while back. They don't have a photo of it. I think they're going with the BU version, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But I think it does have a release date, but it doesn't have an actual photo on the listing, if I remember correctly. Netherlands. Ah, that makes sense. Duh. I should have guessed that. But that makes sense. Palladium's a little bit more difficult to find over there. I mean, I don't think there's too much palladium being minted in Europe. I can't even think of any real offerings. Maybe one of the private mints that mint the bars and stuff. Argor Horaeus, maybe. Is that Swedish? I don't even know. I guess we could take a look at my Argor Horaeus. What's it say? Yeah, Swiss made. Okay. So, or Switzerland, not Sweden. So I guess you might be able to find a little bit of palladium, but I'm sure it's a little bit more difficult to come by over there. All right, all right. Shadow been at this 45 years. Very nice, very nice. My name is Nobody. I usually only stack gold and platinum. Silver is too manipulated. Ah, silver is too... I usually only stack gold and platinum. Silver is too manipulated. Currently swapping out my undesirable gold for more pieces while prices are high and going to add 1 more ounce of platinum to 15 ounces. Very nice. My name is Nobody. And that's a solid approach too, right? You get your industrial play, you get your solid, you know, long-term asset play. So I know a lot of people do take that approach as well. Just stick to platinum and gold. And I don't think that's bad at all, really. I like to have a little bit of silver just because, but I definitely don't stack it as much as some people do. All right, we are blowing and going. We are blowing and going. Thanks so much, everyone who's joined. Hopefully, we got a lot of people from the shorts feed. And we got a lot of good views here. So let's see here. My name is Nobody. I hope it breaks someday. Yes, indeed. Shadow work, thumbs up. Yep, sanitary welding and well-processed piping as well. Interesting, Martin. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Always need to get together, gain knowledge. Thanks. Yeah, for sure, Lee Haley. I assume you're headed out or something. So if you are, thank you so much. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out. Really helps me out a whole bunch. But thanks for stopping by nonetheless and joining us in the chat. Dutch Libertarian said Russia is Europe to the war, makes an issue with that. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of platinum comes from Russia, or palladium, excuse me. And so that makes sense that it would be a little bit more difficult to find at this point. I think nuclear is the next space fuel like subs. Okay, yeah, that could very well be. G. Christopher Dubose. That could very well be. That would be an interesting approach to space travel, nuclear energy. I've always found nuclear energy very fascinating because someone once told me that if we could power automobiles off nuclear energy, you could fill the car up with nuclear energy and you'd never fill the car up ever again for the rest of the car's life. And I just find that fascinating. Now, obviously, you would never want that energy to leak. Otherwise, you'd have a major catastrophe on your hands. But it's fascinating nonetheless that you could run a car for the entire life of the car, 100, 200, 300,000 miles, and never fill it back up. Insane. That's just crazy. And I don't know why we don't use nuclear more often. I mean, I know the stigma around it, the past issues with different places where things have gone wrong. But I feel like people gave up on it too easily, too quickly, you know? But that's just my approach. Man, we've been going strong in this live stream. We've been going about 85 minutes. I appreciate it. We got about 40 people watching. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching and stopping by. Hit those 3 buttons up there in the top right corner to hit the like button. That's the way we got to do it on these short streams. Most of my platinum is in the form of APE sets, some of the lowest mintage sets from the US Mint from my recollection. Very nice, Coins A to Z. I remember watching your videos on that and seeing those. Those are very, very cool. I'm really, really jealous of those sets you got. I bet you got them for a nice deal too. You've probably been holding on to them for a while. So you probably, actually, what did you pay for those? Did you pay below what spot is right now? Because I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Let's see here. Let's see. Loper Painter said Elon rockets contain a lot of rhenium. Check it out. Ooh, that would be interesting to check out. That'd be very cool. Rhenium, huh? Interesting. Nuclear fusion greater than nuclear fission. That's a great point. Coins A to Z. And that makes a lot of sense. J. Christopher Dubose said, old school Connecticut Yankee silver stacker here, started with Numies in 68 and have plenty of AU from the 90s, is also a long-term venture. Was fully stacked by 2019, so to speak. Wow, that's incredible. And just before everything, the whole world changed, Christopher. So you have done well, my friend, I'm sure. Oh, thank you, Ben. And welcome to the live stream. Ben says, nice stack, brother. Well, thank you. This isn't my entire stack at all, but it's a nice little view, I guess, for y'all. But thanks so much. Obviously, you can see I've got lots of platinum. My name is the Platinum Beast, so I really like just talking about platinum, and it's definitely my favorite metal for sure. All right, G. Christopher Dubose said, right on. Coin worry only if the world stops spinning on premiums. All my APEs were lucky buys and timing by a seller with no premiums. Wow, incredible. That's solid, G. Christopher. Solid for sure. Pronounced rhenium. Ah, not rhenium, rhenium. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I always pronounce stuff incorrectly. Like somebody once told me kookaburra is not kookaburra. It's like kookaburra or something. And I'm not saying that word, right? Y'all let me know. How do you say this? How do you say kookaburra? Is it kook-burra or is it like the weird word that I just said that I really don't want to say too much? Also, for a long while, I was pronouncing Britannia, right? Like I was some fancy person. And I had some British person comment on one of the videos saying, quit saying Britannia with a posh accent. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all are something else. All right. I'm glad you're back. I got to go. I'm glad I caught one of your live streams. Hope to catch one later. Well, thank you. My name is Nobody. I appreciate you stopping by the live stream. Very, very much so. Thank you so much. Really helps me out a whole lot. So I appreciate it. Mr. Ben said, I've been buying lots of gold sovereigns coins, UK based. Okay, that's very cool. I would love to buy platinum here, but in the UK, VAT is very high. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for y'all who are in the UK. Unfortunately, y'all got taxes you got to pay on silver and platinum. I think it's unfair. I think it's just crazy and silly, but, you know, maybe with the Brexit and maybe with all the different things going on, who knows? Maybe things will change for y'all. I hope so, at least, because that does kind of put a dent in your stack and your ability to stack over there. So Britannia is correct. Yeah, like Britannia, right? Britannia. Anyways. Coins A to C said, no, most were purchased when platinum spot was higher. Ah, but the current market premiums on my 1999 to '07 proof platinum, Eagle says, is very high last time I checked. That makes sense. You've probably done pretty well on those numismatics, regardless of what the premium or the price of platinum was at the time. All right, Martin Van Pamelen said, nuclear power generator uses high pressure. Steam to push turbines to make electricity. Very, very interesting. All right, all right. You're saying it well. All right, Ben. Yeah, I figured as much. I figured I was saying it well by now. But originally I was saying Britannia. Like I'd say on instead of an, I guess. So it's funny how when we buy foreign coins, we don't really think about how they pronounce it within that country. But it's interesting nonetheless. Europe, EU, you think ever we'll get back to conservative? I don't know. Well, hopefully. I mean, that Brexit movement was kind of a big step in the right direction, I think, with the UK saying bye-bye to the EU. But who knows what'll happen? Anything's possible, I reckon. They might take a page out of the United States book. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? All right, Britannia. Britannia. Oh, Britannia. Man, now I'm just confusing myself. Y'all are crazy with that pronunciation. Kookaburra is how I always pronounced it, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, Kookaburra. Yeah, I call it Kookaburra. Well, but I think it's a U, right? So in the word Kookaburra. So I always thought it was burr, like cold. Kookaburra. You got Britannia right. Kookaburra. But there's no E in the word Kookaburra, though. That's crazy if they pronounce that U with an E sound. I mean, it makes sense because Australia does pronounce things differently. Wait, you had it right, spot on. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I figured as much. I will vote a Nexit here if we can over here. Yeah, I could see that happen in the Netherlands, man. Because y'all like to do things a little different over there. In that Northern European kind of area. They like to do things a little bit different. There's another country up there that doesn't use the EU or the Euro. Is it Switzerland or Sweden? One of those countries I feel like is pretty independent as well. I heard on the news that Finland was the happiest country, which surprises me, to be honest. But I don't know who's asking who. Realistically, I think everybody, well, not everybody maybe, but a lot of people think that their own country is the best or the happiest or whatever. It's all relative. All right. I just got back from spoiling my friend with matching hats for her birthday. Oh, very nice, Ren Time. Welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back. No burr. Ben, I like it, but sold out here. Oh, okay. You like, what did Ben say? Well, let's see if we can scroll back up a little bit. Britannia is correct. You're saying it well. Oh, huh. I'm mixed to start stacking platinum or palladium. I definitely would go with platinum, Ben. I mean, I really would. Platinum is probably your best bet right now. A lot of people are saying palladium's going down and it's going to keep going down. That's the general idea. I don't think it would hurt to have both just in case. But if you're thinking about just one of them, I would definitely stick with platinum. For sure, Ben. For sure. Very nice. You ordered your Britannias, Ren. Very nice. Congratulations on that purchase. You'll definitely have to do an unboxing on your channel. Can't wait to see it. I want to see what year's Money Metals sends you. Because it's always fun getting random year coins because you never know what you're going to get. Just like a box of chocolates, like Forrest Gump said. And so it'll be interesting to see what Money Metals ends up sending you. Do you test your metals? Well, Lee Haley, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have a Metalytics verifier or an XRF or anything. However, I only really buy from reputable places, so I'm not too concerned with it. Could I end up getting burned one day? Maybe, but I haven't run into that yet, and I've been doing pretty good for myself. I think a lot of these online dealers, they have a reputation to uphold, and the minute they sell something fake, It's not going to go well in their favor at all. So I think they're pretty extensive with their testing. So I trust them enough. Maybe that's not the best advice, but that's the way I do it. All right, Coins A to Z. Well, thanks for joining the stream today anyways, regardless. I really, really do appreciate seeing you in the live stream. It's always cool. You've been my biggest supporter since day one, years ago. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. All right, all right, all right. These are getting packed. Yep, they are. Brits are pretty. Yeah, Britannias are pretty cool. Palladium is being phased out as scientists figured out how to replace it with platinum and catalyst. Yeah, I agree. And who was it that asked? I think Ben asked. That's the main reason why a lot of people think platinum is going to go up and palladium's going down. Is that what they used to use palladium for, they're now using platinum for. And so because a lot of people think that, that's why a lot of people think it's a much better idea to get to platinum rather than the palladium. All right, well, thanks for joining us, J. Christopher, or G. Christopher. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for just joining the live stream. Hey, Christopher Reed, how's it going, bud? Welcome to the live stream. We are blowing and going here. We're having a good old time. Thanks for joining us. Ben said, thank you, because I also noticed that they're both used in the same industry and was curious on what you think about that. Platinum it is. Yeah, also another reason, Ben, Russia is responsible for 80% of the world's palladium. And the way that country's going and everything going on in the world revolving that country, a lot of people are thinking that platinum is going to be the replacement for palladium. And when that happens, we could see platinum take on palladium's old all-time high price. And so if that happens, you definitely want to be in on that. But that's just my take and my personal opinion on the matter. G. Christopher said, I buy and collect counterfeits, have a few little boxes of them, China. Yeah, they're always trying to get one over on us. I tell you what. And they get better and better at it all the time. I mean, some of the fakes coming out of China are unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. My story is interesting. I'm excited to share it on our interview. Okay. Very nice, Ren. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. We'll get that planned out and we'll get that set up here soon. After this live stream, I'll probably send you an email and we can go from there. All right, Loper Painter, got to go. Have a good weekend. Well, thank you, Loper Painter. I appreciate you stopping by and checking out the live stream today. Very, very much so, and just being so contributing so much to the live stream and the chat and stuff like that. So thank you, my friend. We'll see you around. Martin Van Pemmelin, South Africa has the most platinum. Yes, you are correct. They do. However, a lot of people have been talking about how different countries have started up their own platinum mining ventures because of what's going on in Russia and also South Africa. Because as you know, that country can have some issues of its own. And so we definitely don't want to be relying on that. I really think the year 2020 put a lot of things into perspective for a lot of different people. From the auto manufacturers and the chips and the computer chips and the hard drives and all kinds of stuff, we realized that we can't always rely on other countries to provide things for us. So I think a lot of countries are really looking into trying to provide things for themselves on a much larger scale. And so I think that, we might end up seeing more and more countries jump on board the platinum train and start trying to scope out where platinum is in the ground and start mining it more and more so that they don't have to rely so much on just one or two countries like Russia or South Africa. Automakers takes 3 years to swap metals from what I understand. Yeah, exactly. And people have been thinking that that's what's been going on since, about 2020, right? And we're sitting in about 2024. So yeah, shadow work, I agree with that wholeheartedly. We're looking like we're about 3 years out from when Palladium really took off. And let's take a look at the charts real quick, because it would be interesting to see when Palladium started to go down, right? When was the exact point? It looks like it started about April of 2022. Okay, so we essentially could be about halfway there to 2/3 of the way there. And we could reach that ultimate goal of Palladium at its bottom around 700-800 and platinum slowly start to take off. I'm stacking like a menace. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Ren Time. Nothing wrong with that at all, my friend. Keep stacking. Keep doing your thing. Especially at your age, you'll be a millionaire in no time. Harder than I've ever stacked. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Ren Time. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, all right, all right. We got about 28 people watching the live stream right now. Once again, if you're watching and you're watching on the cell phone, hit the 3 dots up here, hit the like button that pops up. Really helps out the channel a whole lot. If you're on computer or what have you, just hit the like button like normal, and we can just keep this thing on rolling. Somebody was hitting the heart button constantly, and then I guess they quit. They must have left. That's all right, though. We'll just keep on rolling this thing. And we got about 28 likes. All right, so we got about 28 likes and about 27 people watching. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Martin Van Pamelen said, yes, Dutch Libertarian. Good luck getting it out of the ground. Yeah, it is a difficult metal to get out of the ground, that's for sure. It's also hard to get investors to invest in a platinum mining endeavor, especially since the precious metal has been so beaten down price-wise. I mean, a lot of people don't even want to invest in it because they're not sure that it's actually going to pay off. But at some point, the metal is going to have to go up in price, and when that does, people are really going to start to ramp up production, I think. What do you think about the modern gold commemorative USA? Which one is that? Did the U.S. Mint announce something new? Martin Van Pellen said, but do you own some stock around mining? They look dead. What's your favorite PT coin? My favorite platinum coin? What was it that I mentioned? I mentioned one last night. Probably, I would love to have the platypus, Ren. I really want a platinum platypus at some point. We were talking about that last night in the stream. And I don't have a platinum platypus, and the Perth Mint decided to switch over from the platypus to the kangaroo to match their gold and silver offerings, but there's still plenty of platypuses that come on the market pretty often, so I'd love to get one of those. Gold Liberties. Okay. Modern gold commemorative. Gold Liberties. What are we talking about? Boo Sam. Boo Sam, welcome to the live stream. I think that's your first message in the chat. Welcome, 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 my friend. I appreciate you stopping by and commenting. Not sure what you were talking about, Gold Liberties, but Gold Liberties sounds good to me. Modern gold commemorative. I don't really buy into the commemoratives too much, Lee Haley. I don't really see them as a good investment. I think a lot of the commemoratives just end up in a big box in some dealer's inventory and get sold close to melt. That's the history of the U.S. Mint modern commemoratives. Now, old stuff can go for some decent pricing, but right now the market's just not there numismatic-wise for modern commemoratives of any kind from the U.S. Mint, save for perhaps proof versions of the bullion coins and proof platinum eagles, which are not like the bullion versions, but the proof versions of each metal I think are reasonable in numismatic desire, but most of the commemoratives I'm not really buying into. Who would invest in South? Yeah, right, Martin. Nobody's really looking to invest in South Africa right now. It's not really a place you want to invest in. So that's why a lot of people are looking at possibly opening up platinum mining in other parts of the world, is because South Africa is in such a state and Russia is in an even worse state. And those are the two biggest platinum producers. All right, all right. Is it worth investing in platinum over gold? Yes, Chris Maggiano. Now, that's my opinion. All right, don't come at me. But yes, I opinionatedly believe, in my own personal thoughts and opinions, platinum is a way better buy than gold right now, hands down. Just think about it. Think about this one simple fact for me, all right? What metal is at its all-time high? Okay? All-time high. Gold. And do you want to buy anything at the all-time high? Not really, right? There are a few companies that if you bought at the all-time high, you could see it go even higher, but I don't think gold is one of those assets. I think it'll come back down a little bit, not to the bottom of the map, but come back down a little bit. So before you buy gold, definitely consider platinum, which is near its all-time low. Well, not all-time low, but basically at the bottom, right? It's at the lowest it's going to go, and that's why I think platinum is a much better buy than gold. That's my top reason, right? As far as comparing the two metals. Canada has platinum. Yes, it does. I've heard that. Niels Hahn mentioned how Canada is thinking about opening up platinum mining and stuff like that. So there is platinum up there. I feel like there's a lot of unexplored land in especially in North Canada, that has the potential to have all kinds of different stuff. So we could see Canada become a top contender in platinum mining, which would be very interesting and very nice for us in the States because it's so close, and Canada is a reasonable country that doesn't really get into too much turmoil over its history. But yeah, for sure. I buy VCI stock. They own casinos and pay massive dividends. Very nice, Ren. Very nice. That's solid. That's a solid play. Platinum Beast, what's your favorite stock? Ooh. Okay, so Ren time. I've actually been getting out of stocks lately, and I've been getting much more into ETFs, man. I mean, ETFs, I'm just such a safe haven investor that I'm so tired of buying stocks and them just letting me down. Some examples of stocks that I really heavily invested in that let me down. The biggest one I think is AT&T. Now, I'm still a big holder of AT&T. I've got thousands of dollars in that company. But when they sold off that Warner Brothers, I held on to the Warner Brothers, and it has just been absolute crap for me. The Warner Brothers stock is garbage. I'm hoping they sell off to a bigger conglomerate so I can somehow redeem myself with that. But that has been a disappointment. I bought into CenturyLink, which turned into Lumen. That has been just an absolute poop show. So I don't really buy individual stocks. The only individual stock I really like is Apple. I buy that. I love it. It pays a little dividend. It goes up. It just keeps going up. It just never stops going up. That's the one single stock I buy. But other than that, I am all in on ETFs at this point. The expense ratios are so small, and the history is just so rich that I just love ETFs. So I'm not a big individual stock buyer, Ren, if I'm being honest. If I was going to buy individual stocks, I would buy into REITs probably. I do like O and things like that. But for the most part, I stay away from individual stocks. But that's just my take. Diverse, 100% buy gold, silver, and platinum, the Holy Trinity. I agree, Ben. I agree. Gold to 4,000. Well, that would be pretty interesting. And I think that's totally achievable and possible. I just think that gold is something you need to really kind of time a little bit more throughout the year. Buy on the lows and hold on the highs, right? Buy low, hold high. Not buy low, sell high, but buy low, hold high is my strategy with gold. And so, to a certain extent, silver as well. All right. It could pay off, Dutch Libertarian. Yeah, it very well could. Very well could. Ben, they're saying gold is going to 3,000. I will use my gold coin to get free platinum coin. Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. I've seen lots of people flip gold into platinum. That's not a bad approach at all. I highly recommend looking into that, or at least considering it, depending on what your gold holdings look like. I own individual stocks, 95% in miners. I know they are undervalued. Yeah, and I'm sure they are. AT&T runs deep. Yeah, they do. They really, really do. That's why I'm not so mad about it. It's still paying me a dividend. I get about $70 every 3 months from AT&T. So I'll hold it. I use that $70 and I just dump it into an ETF that I like at the time. But I'm still down. I think my price average on AT&T is about $19.50 and it's floating somewhere around $17. So I'm still down on the stock, but I'll take the dividends all day long. And once it goes up, who knows? Maybe I'll sell it off and convert it into VU or something. One of the Vanguard ETFs probably. All right. Great price, decent dividend. Yeah, AT&T is solid. AT&T is solid. I just wish, that Warner Brothers discovery didn't just burn such a bad hole in my pocket. I will swap my silver for gold on a fair ratio. Yeah, it's best to time it out, right? Make sure that the ratio is good, and that's when you should do the trade if you're going to play that game. For sure. All right. Coyote Grad Collectibles said, I sold some gold to buy platinum. Solid approach. A lot of people are doing that, and a lot of people are going to wish they did that, right? There's going to be two types of people in the future. Ones who did the trade from gold to platinum when they have too much gold and not enough platinum, and those that wish they did the trade from gold to platinum. So it's definitely something to think about and something to strongly consider depending on where you're at in your gold holdings as a whole. I will swap some of my silver for gold on a, yeah, fair ratio. It's all about the ratios with the swaps. Do you precious metals as an emergency fund or just to diversify? I do it for both, Chris. Chris Maggiano. Thanks for joining the chat, by the way. I do it for both, right? I think that these are great in an emergency situation. I can liquidate these no problem right away at the flick of a pen or wrist or whatever. No problem at all liquidating if I need the cash. And all these metals slowly go up in value a little bit over time, so it's much better than holding on to cold hard cash or putting your money into a bank account. Now, I will say interest rates are really high, so I do keep some money in a bank account and a savings account, high interest savings account. But for the most part, I like getting into metals because A, it's an emergency fund, and B, it also diversifies, right? If the stock market goes to poop, but metals go up, I will be very happy that I diversified into metals. So I see it as both, a win-win on both sides. And both go into my consideration when making purchases of precious metals. PSEC pays good dividends. It's a REIT. Very nice, Rentime. Very nice. I'll have to take a look at that. PSEC, huh? I'll write that down. Keep that in mind. All right. PSEC. I really like O, though. That monthly dividend is just phenomenal. It's just fun to watch it come in. I'm going to swap gold to PT. Great video. Yeah, solid play, Rentime. And that would make a great video for sure. JPI is a nice stock over here. We can't buy it, only for USA peeps. Are you talking about JEPI? JEPI? Is that what you were referring to? Because those two stocks, JEPI and JEPQ, are excellent. I have both of those in my Roth IRA, and I am very, very bullish on those. So yeah, they pay an excellent dividend, second to none, basically. And their approach and their strategy is very, very interesting when you really dive deep into it. Shadowwork said, I just convert fiat into riches. Nothing against anyone trading metal for metal. I just can't bring myself to let go of my precious. Yeah, it's kind of hard, Shadowwork. It is. It's difficult to sell stuff because you have to give something up to get something else, right? And you don't want to give it up. I want to hold all this stuff forever. I love precious metals. But, you know, for some people, they like to, you know, do that trade and come out on top, hopefully. So either way, it's just great that there's so many people that do stack metals, and it's just great to have metals in your stack overall. Platinum is almost half the price. It's actually less than half the price, Martin. It's actually less. In fact, let's take a look right now. Right now we're sitting at 906 platinum, 2175 gold. So we're looking at about 40% the price of gold. I mean, that's just crazy good deal on platinum, in my opinion, and in my views and thoughts on the matter. For sure. JEPI stock. Yeah, JEPI and JP or JEPQ, those JP Morgan funds are something else. I tell you what, if you don't have any, get in. They're fairly new, so now's the time to get into those if you don't have them. Be careful with the taxes, though. The dividends are not the same as your average stock. They're handled a little bit different on the tax side. That's why I hold them in my Roth IRA versus my individual brokerage account. But obviously, different people are going to have different tax brackets and stuff like that, so do what's best for you. Platinum is almost half the price of gold right now. Yes, it is. Do the ads during the show give you money? I get so many ads. I don't know, man. I don't know why that's happening. I guess. I really don't know. I haven't really... I think that's a fairly new thing for YouTube. Putting ads in the middle of a live stream. It's kind of frustrating, especially if you're running like some type of auction or something. But, I mean, I guess they give me money. I don't know. I mean, I leave monetization on because I do want to just increase my money income and stuff, but realistically, it is kind of frustrating sometimes when the ads do start rolling. Very informative. Keep up the great work, mate. Cheers. Thanks, Chris Masciano. I appreciate it. I assume you're heading out, so I hope you have a great evening wherever you're at, or morning if you're in a morning place of the world. And you take care, my friend. Thank you so much. All right, PSEC under $6 is a good deal. Interesting. That is a very, very affordable REIT. A lot of people are banking on REITs, and myself included, going back up once interest rates get cut. So everyone's waiting on that to happen, and when it does, REITs are really going to go through the roof, I think. Mudvayne, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for jumping in and joining the chat. Different strokes for different folks. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love to say that because obviously my approach is going to be different than most of y'all's in different ways and different matters, but we're all just stackers at the end of the day, and we all love stacking the precious metals. So thank you. William Paskowitz, how do I get out of being down over 1,000 on silver due to paying too much? Well, I assume, William, you got into numismatics, if I'm not mistaken, because 1,000, being down 1,000 is quite a bit of money. If you just have raw bullion and it's not numismatics, I'm not quite sure where you bought from. Hopefully you didn't get pulled into one of those QVC or Roslyn Capital type of deals, but I would just, at this point, hold it, right? A lot of people talk about sunk cost initiative, but if you have the ability to hold, because the price is going to go up. It's historically, that's all it's done. Silver, gold, and platinum historically just go up, right? They have downward turns, but they just go up and up and up and up. That's all they do. Since the dawn of time and their discovery, really. So I would just hold. I wouldn't sell unless you absolutely have to, and that would be my approach. Eagles, okay, silver eagles. Yeah, again, I assume you bought when the premiums were crazy, so that could very well happen again, and it has in the past. So if you really need to sell in a more closer future, I would try to wait until the premiums go back up on eagles and then sell, because people are always buying eagles, no matter the premium. I mean, it just depends on what time you decide to sell, essentially. But thanks for joining the live stream nonetheless. I guess we'll just go ahead and make the rounds again. If you're watching on your phone, hit the three dots up here in the top right corner. Hit that like button. It really helps me out a whole bunch. I appreciate all of y'all. And if you're on computer or what have you, just hit the like button like normal, and we'll keep this live stream rolling and blowing and going. But yeah, on the phones, for some odd reason, it's the three dots up here, and just hit the like button. It should pop up somewhere around there. So thanks so much. That really helps me out a whole bunch. All right. You hit the like button. Well, thank you, Mr. LBS, and welcome to the live stream. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Really helps me out a whole bunch. So thank you. Wow, we've been blowing and going for almost 2 hours now, and I'm not even really getting tired yet. Usually I'd be done by about now, but not yet. So we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going for a little while longer here. We'll see how long I can last. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by, nonetheless, everyone who joined the live stream today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I believe that's the three dots on the phone as well. Hit that subscribe button so you can always stay notified of new live streams if you want to hop in. And whenever you do, it really helps me out a whole bunch. And I appreciate y'all. Enjoyed your knowledge. Keep up your enthusiasm. Well, thank you, Lee Haley. I do appreciate that. I mean, I really, really do. I'm a smaller YouTube channel. Obviously, platinum's not everyone's favorite metal, but I appreciate y'all for stopping by and just kind of showing the love. So thank you. Mudvayne said, just hold the screen with your finger. It does the same thing. Ah, interesting. I'll have to check that out later on when I'm offline. But yeah, these new shorts feed live streams are kind of different. It's kind of a new thing YouTube's putting out there, and it's really helped out my channel quite a bit. I mean, I've been averaging a lot higher viewership because of it, so I think it's really helped the channel grow quite a bit. I wish I could stream instead of school. Yeah, Ren time, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? But make sure you keep up with your school, man, because school is important. You know, I wish I took school a little bit more seriously. I didn't really take it serious until late in college, was when I really realized the value of learning stuff. So make sure you keep up with that school, for sure. School bores me, finance is fun. Yeah, that's one problem with our school system, especially in America, and I assume it's the same in a lot of countries. They don't value education about money. They don't teach you jack squat. The only thing about money I learned in school was how to write a check. And who even takes checks anymore? I mean, good golly. It's just silly how much they don't teach kids these days about money. It's unfortunate. It's almost, you could almost build a conspiracy around it, right? like the wealthy make it that way so that nobody else can learn about how to make money. But I try my best to share my thoughts and opinions and my experiences with y'all, and hopefully I'm able to reach somebody. I would buy an eagle for 35 bucks. Yeah, 35 bucks ain't a bad deal right now. That's not too high of a premium, I don't think. So yeah. Martin Van Pamelen said silver Brits or maples are the best bang for your buck right now, I think. Yeah, those two sovereign coins typically hold the lowest premium. They're a solid bang for your buck for sure. I love the maples especially. Just the finish on them is always so top tier. I absolutely love it. I don't have any with the king on it, but hopefully one day I'll have some silver maples with the king. I do have the Britannia, the platinum Britannia with the king. I don't have any with the queen right now. I need to get some with the queen, but the king on the Britannia is kind of cool. Kind of neat little coin there. But yeah, Brits and maples are the best bang for your buck. I agree, Martin. I really, really do. Eagles sell here in the UK for 40 bucks. Wow, Ben, that's interesting perspective. I'm surprised on that because I would think the Britannia would be the popular one over there. What do Britannias sell for over there? Are they cheap like they are in America? For some reason, nobody in America likes the British stuff, so it goes for cheap. Same with Canadian. I don't know if it's just competition or what, but people don't typically like to pay too much for those two coins. But that makes it a good deal for stacking. So, yeah. I get my writing from doing YouTube scripts. I do communicating by filming. It's my passion, and you can learn a lot by following it. Very interesting. Very cool, Rentime. Does your school have a film class? I remember I took that class in high school way back in the day, and I think I learned a lot from it. You know, I mean, it was a very interesting class to take, film production or what have you. It was fun. The teacher was kind of interesting, but it was fun nonetheless. I think I learned a lot from that. I bought an eagle for about $26 a month ago. Wow, that's an excellent price, Stone. If you were able to secure that, you can't really beat that price on an American silver eagle. That is solid, solid, solid. Britannia is at 37 an ounce of silver. Ah, interesting, Ben. So are you including VAT? Oh, VAT is 20% on silver and platinum. Yeah, so does that 37 include VAT, or is it 37 and then you have to add VAT on top of it? Because if you have to add a VAT on top of it, man, that's just a bummer. And also, Ben, are you referring to British pound sterling, or are you referring to the US dollar as far as your pricing on those things? Because that can make a difference too in what you're exactly talking about. I'm homeschooled. Oh, Rentime, very nice, very nice. Homeschooling is a great option for a lot of families. And it sounds like your parents, your dad and your grandpa, you said, really are kind of driving into you how to make money and value and stuff like that. So it sounds like you got some good teachers at home. Ben, yes, included US dollar. Oh, wow, geez. Man, there are some premiums on silver in the UK. Good night. That is crazy prices. $40 an eagle and $37 for a Britannia. That's just unheard of in America. Britannias go sub 30 all day long, and eagles go somewhere around 30. That's just crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. It's really unfortunate, though. Hopefully y'all can get some better laws on the books, and maybe some people can fix some things. I don't really know how the politics work in Britannia, in Great Britain, but maybe y'all can get some good people in there that'll help y'all stackers out. I'm converting today's GBP rate to USD. Ah, I gotcha. Teach our youth. Yeah, G. Christopher, I agree. We need to teach our youth about money. We do not do a good job of that in public schooling or even in private schooling. It's really just homeschool, and it's really only if you have parents who do it. I didn't have parents who do it. My parents taught me essentially nothing about money. You know, they said save up or whatever, but it was never really drilled into me that hard, or I was never taught about how to invest. I learned everything on my own. It's actually kind of interesting. I think I just get it from a genetic standpoint. My grandfather, even though he was a very interesting person, was very smart with his money, incredibly smart. And he had no education at all either. He grew up in, backwoods West Virginia, poor as dirt, and he died a multimillionaire. So you can definitely learn if you want to learn, but I definitely think we need to be driving it home with our youth, because I don't think we do a good job of that. I'm going to hop off to hang out with my dad. All right, Rin time. Well, thanks for stopping by nonetheless. I always love seeing you join the chat. See you maybe later. Yeah, you'll definitely see me later, man. And I'll send you an email and we'll get that interview scheduled out so we can plan it and we can get the ball rolling. But thank you for stopping by and joining our live stream today. All right. Ben said anything about 350 euros? Is that the euro symbol? I'm so clueless, man. We have to declare and pay 20% VAT. Wow, that's crazy. But that's just silver and platinum, right? And is that above or below? Like if you buy below that point, do you have to declare VAT, or above that point? Silver and platinum, not gold. Yeah, I have heard that it is on silver and platinum only in the UK. I'm from West Virginia. All right, Mr. LBS, that's cool, man. That's very cool. I've actually been up there to family reunions and stuff. There's a lot of good people up there, man. I tell you what, West Virginia has some of the best people you'll ever come into contact with. I mean, y'all truly are a good bunch of folks, if I'm being honest. Or do you? Why do you prefer platinum? Or do you? I do prefer platinum, Nathan Butler, and thanks for joining the live stream, by the way. I do prefer platinum because I think it's the most undervalued right now and it has the greatest potential to increase in value versus silver and gold, right? I buy silver and gold. I buy all three of the metals, don't get me wrong, and I believe in all of them. It's just platinum I believe in the most, right? I believe it has the most potential, and I believe it's really the best play right now at the current time. But that's just what I think. See you later, Ren. Have a good evening, my friend. And we will see you around for sure. Thank you for joining the live stream. I really, really appreciate it. All right. Thanks for clearing that up. I'll take a look at platinum. Yeah, you definitely should, Nathan. If you don't have any, get some. Get some right now or whenever you can, because it's best. I was mentioning it earlier in the live stream. I like to look at it like a triangle, right? Maybe silver will go, maybe gold will go, but also maybe platinum will go, right? One of them's going to pop off. Gold's popping off right now, so if you bought in the past, you're doing pretty well. But if you're buying right now, you might be sitting on it for a little while, whereas silver and platinum are very much down, and I think platinum is even more down than silver, so I like to buy the platinum. And yes, Mudvayne Beast obviously likes his fractionals. Yes, I do. I love these little coins. I think they're a great value, and I like buying them and stacking them for sure. Not everybody likes the fractionals because they are a little bit higher premium, but I like the divisibility of them probably the most. All right. Yep, Nathan Butler, definitely look at platinum. Right now, you can find these kookaburras from Liberty Coin on eBay. I'm not sponsored or anything, but they've got a pretty solid deal at $116 per coin. I don't think that can be really beat when it comes to fractionals, so definitely take a look at that. G. Christopher said, we're in a commodities rally now, all copper to oil. Metal rally follows. Yes, I agree. G. Christopher. We're going to see some interesting stuff happen in 2024 for sure. For sure. We are definitely going to see some interesting stuff happen, and some cool stuff is going to occur, and people are going to be wishing they had precious metals, all three of them, if they don't have any at all. Lots of things I think are going to happen this year, both good and bad, and all of it is going to have an impact, I think, on precious metals as a whole. So that's what I think, and that's my opinions. Heck yeah. Yep. Indeed, indeed. All right, everybody. Hit that like button for me. Really helps me out a lot. If you're on the cell phone, hit the three dots up here. Hit the like. Apparently, you can also just hold the screen and hit the like. I haven't quite figured out the shorts feed and how it all works totally yet, but I will do that as time progresses and we get more and more used to these sort of vertical live streams. What do you think about online dealers, JM Bullion, etc.? I like them, Nathan. I mean, I really do. That's where I get most of my precious metals from. I know a lot of people are sold out to their LCS, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a solid LCS near you, local coin store or shop, definitely support them. I'm a big backer of local businesses. I like to go to my LCS as much as I can to buy stuff, but you're not going to be able to beat the online dealers and their inventory and their availability and stuff like that. So I do like JM Bullion. My favorite online dealer is probably Liberty Coin. They sell a lot on eBay for solid prices. I also like Hero Bullion. You know, if you look at AppMex, they sometimes have some pretty unique offerings. So that's also an option. It really just depends on what you're looking for. If you're trying to get unique stuff, AppMex is probably your best bet. If you're trying to get bottom dollar, you know, you can't really beat Hero Bullion and Liberty Coin. They're both excellent dealers. Yeah, LCS is rule and community. Liberty, yes, indeed. SD Bullion. SD Bullion has some really cool stuff as well. They've got some very unique pieces, and they also have some very cool sort of deals with sovereign mints that mint them specifically different coins. Like they got the Bible series going on, which is really cool. They got some cool, Roaring Lion and things like that. So SD Bullion is a great option as well. If you haven't checked them out, I definitely suggest you look at them. Shadowwork said, my favorite commodities don't spoil platinum, AU, AG. Yep, all three of those are excellent metals to have in your portfolio. Excellent commodities. You can't go wrong with any of those, in my opinion. Money Metals has rhodium, though. Yeah, Money Metals, do they really? I haven't taken a look at rhodium lately, but that'd be pretty cool. Money Metals is a great dealer, too. I've bought from them many times in the past. And they have some great offerings and some great variety. Wow, they do have some rhodium. Well, they have vault rhodium. I guess they don't have any that they're willing to sell right now, but they do have some vault rhodium, which is interesting. I've never been a big backer of the vault purchases and stuff. I'd rather just have the stuff in physical form. But I guess if you are thinking about getting rhodium, there's an option for you. Because that stuff doesn't come on the market too often, I don't think. Shadowwork says, Liberty and Monument are the cheapest for what I stack. Yeah, Liberty and Monument are both great dealers. They're both great dealers. Really, all the online dealers are pretty solid, in my opinion. You can't really go wrong. You need to be careful, though, because there's a lot of scammers out there and a lot of fake websites. But a lot of the well-known big boys that have been in the game for a long time, you really can't go wrong with any of them. I want to own at least 1 ounce of rhodium eventually. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like that too at some point. I think that'd be pretty cool. Series and private mints, 2 home poor cottage bullion shops, all changed stacking again, started in 1978. Yep, they did. Stacking has changed over the years, that's for sure. When was Palladium at all-time high and how much? Palladium all-time high? Let's take a look. Because that would be interesting to see. It looks like it reached its all-time high somewhere around March 7th, 2022. It looks like it broke $3,000 an ounce. So a lot of people are thinking that platinum is going to flip into palladium, right? I made videos recently talking about that specifically, that a lot of the industries are switching from palladium to platinum. So if that does go into full effect, we could see platinum reach that all-time high of $3,000 an ounce, which would be absolutely jaw-dropping amazing, and there's going to be a lot of people who wish they had some platinum if that were to occur, for sure. Yeah, rhodium went to 30K. I don't see platinum doing that, really. It could, but I don't know about that. But I do see it doing what palladium did, I think. I really think palladium or platinum could do what palladium did and you know, match it up, really. It really could match its all-time high that it reached. I bought from JM Bullion several times, 0 issues. Yeah, JM Bullion is a rock-solid online dealer for sure. They have some good deals every once in a while, and you can't go wrong with them. You're not going to be disappointed at all. Yeah, $3,000 an ounce. Isn't that crazy shadow work? Absolutely unheard of. Unbelievable. A lot of people didn't expect that to happen, and, you know, a lot of people wish they had Palladium when it did. I know a lot of people made some money on that, getting out of Palladium at the right time. If you were able to do it, you came out like a bandit. Bought first MB in 1993. Silver was about $6. Yeah, I can't imagine. That's just crazy pricing. A 1988 MB paid $2,500. Wow, incredible. That's a pretty high price, my friend. All right, we got about 30 people watching right now. But we'll probably wrap it up here probably pretty soon. But I appreciate everyone for stopping by and checking out the live stream today. It's been a lot of fun talking to y'all. We've had a lot of new people join the stream. And I can't thank y'all enough for hopping in, especially those of you who decided to hop in the live chat and ask me some questions. I love meeting new people and talking to new people, so thanks y'all. I do appreciate it very, very much so. Gold to silver ratio swaps were cool in 2011. Oh, I bet they were cool back then. That was a great time to swap if you were able to. Yeah, thank you, Martin. Thank you so much for joining the live stream and contributing to the chat and things like that. I appreciate all of y'all. Once again, if you're on the cell phone, hit the 3 dots in the top right corner and hit the like button. Really helps out this video get to more and more people. I'm sure we'll have some people watch the live stream after we're done. And so if y'all could just do me that huge solid and hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, once again, thanks everybody for stopping by and checking out the live stream. There's going to definitely be more live streams in the future, probably up in the upcoming week. So be on the lookout for that. I'll try to post the live stream link a little bit earlier so that y'all can be prepared for it and hit the notification button and stuff like that. Because I definitely want y'all to be notified of when these are going to occur so that you can hop in and join the chat and things like that. But with all that being said, I guess we're going to wrap it up. Once again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date for future live streams and videos and all that good stuff coming out on the Platinum Beast channel. With all that being said, y'all, until next time, we'll see y'all.